Scripture and great literary works abound with examples of human treachery. Throughout this chapter, we consider Judas's betrayal of Jesus in particular. Simply described as the night on which Jesus was betrayed, Scripture describes the way in which Judas set the stage for the governing authorities to capture and eventually crucify Jesus. Matthew chapter 27, verses 11 through 26. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 23 through 26. The crucible of human treachery involves the suffering that results from the evil action and moral compromises of others. In the Inferno, the opening act of the Divine Comedy, Dante Alighieri travels through the 9 descending circles of hell, guided by the Roman poet Virgil, the medieval image of human reason. The lowest and 9th circle of hell is reserved for those who commit acts of treachery against those they have a special relationship with. In the final, deepest level of hell dwell traitors, betrayers, and oath-breakers, with the most famous inmate being Judas Iscariot. Here in the 9th circle of hell, Satan has 3 faces, an inversion of the Trinity, 1 red, 1 black, and 1 pale yellow. In each of his 3 mouths, he holds the embodiment of the worst of human nature. Judas is the center, with Brutus and Cassius on each side, the 2 who plotted and murdered Julius Caesar and triggered the long and catastrophic descent of the Roman Empire. Throughout my career as a pastor, professor, and college president, I've watched individuals and organizations experience the moral compromise of human treachery and struggle to overcome these difficult challenges. Such experiences strike at the root of a fundamental need of both individuals and communities: the cultivation and reliability of bonds of trust. Personal and corporate flourishing requires anchors of trust in families, communities, and social organizations. In the early part of the 20th century, Josiah Royce taught at Harvard University. A native of Grass Lake, California, and an alumnus of UC Berkeley, Royce did his PhD at Harvard under William James, eventually becoming his younger colleague and best friend. Royce talks about the need for communities of loyalty, places where we learn how to sublimate our ego to serve purposes greater than ourselves. In the process, we discover how to become citizens of the beloved community, an enduring community of truth-centered attitudes and other-centered practices. Judas's betrayal of Jesus echoes across history because of its startling nature and brutal impact.